Am I the only one who does this? Well, I know I'm not the only one who does this, because it's kind of a running joke amongst the elderly and sometimes among the not so elderly. Is it a sign of decline? I think it may be a sign of decline in some but not in others, and it's a sign of the decline that most of us laugh off. And it's a running joke in society. Has anybody else ever done this? And don't say no, because I know that plenty of you have. Have you ever gone upstairs to get something, or gone into another room to get something, and then when you've got to your destination, you stand there nonplussed thinking, no, what have I come here for? And you've not a clue, and you stand there and you just gaze into the middle distance and you let your mind just run free. You free it up just to see if it'll latch onto what the hell it was you went there in the first place for. And sometimes you do, sometimes you think, and it comes for no reason. It just springs back into your mind as if it's just like a load of balls dropped from the sky, and one of them hits you on the head. And sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't, and then if it doesn't, you have to go back downstairs or back into the room where you were originally and stand there and think, what the heck was it I went in there for? And then you kind of start thinking, was it insignificant? Did I really need anything? Was it just can I just forget it? But then that plays on your mind, because then you think, well, if it was something important enough for me to want to go upstairs for, then it must have been significant. It must have been something I needed to do. And then you stand there, and 9 times out of 10, it comes back. Sometimes it doesn't, and you go about your day, and at the back of your mind, you're thinking, what was it I went up there for? I've got a terrible memory. I've always had a terrible memory. It's not just an old age thing. I always have, all my life. I don't know why. But my mother used to say to me, well, I'll tell you what, why don't you take out a pad and a pencil so you can jot down things that come into your mind when you need to? And I used to say to her, Mother dear, wise words, you rancorous old lizard. But I would probably just forget to take out the pad and paper, wouldn't I? Because that is what it's all about. I have theories about this, 2 to be exact. Either our minds get fed up of all the thinking we have to do, and at some point they just sit back and think, oh, I'm not bothering anymore. But the trouble with that is, if that were the case, all our politicians would be as sharp as knives, because they don't do any thinking, do we? So that blows that plan out of the water. Or we're affected by outside influence. We're asking a brain that has evolved and developed on a galactic scale, slowly, grindingly over millions of years. We're asking that to keep up with a world full of technology that is increasing at an exponentially accelerating rate. We're asking a brain that only a century or so ago was walking behind a ploughshare, or down a pit hewing coal, or in a mill weaving cotton. We're asking that brain to adapt to and understand quantum physics. And then we're asking that brain that understands quantum physics to understand a quantum physics that's made that first quantum physics obsolete in 5 minutes as quantum physics 2.0 comes along to take over. We're asking our little primitive, happy, simple mind to adapt and to evolve. We're asking something that has been evolving at a steady rate since Adam were a lad, since dinosaurs were on the earth, since man first evolved, 300,000 years ago. We're asking that simple brain to say, right, you've got to start evolving, you've got to start learning a bit quicker, you've got to keep up with technology, a technology that not only are we producing faster than we can keep up with it? Because the people who are evolving this technology are the savants. They're not Joe Soap in the street going about his business, down to the pub on a Saturday night. These are the 1 in a million are producing all the technology and expecting the rest of society to keep up with that. But not only that, we are now introducing AI into the equation, which will evolve even quicker and will outpace those savants in society that have been producing this accelerating technology in the first place. We are the masters of our own demise, ladies and gentlemen. And I think you've got to agree with that. So where are we? Am I? Is it just my memory that's making me forget that I've gone upstairs to get something out of the bathroom, and then when I've got to the bathroom, I'm standing there staring at the sink thinking, what have I come in here for? Is it that? Or are we just, is it that because we're asking our brains to keep up with technology, to keep up with a world that is evolving faster than we can cope with? And basically our brains just shutting down and saying, hang on, pal, you can't keep doing this to me. I'm going to my union. We're going on strike. We're going on strike until you capitulate. And we can all go back just evolving at the right pace. So, am I saying that life, that man, that the world, that humanity, that civilization is evolving too quickly? That technology is evolving too quickly? Can technology evolve too quickly? Am I the dullard? If I am, then there are millions of us dullards out there. I suppose what I'm saying is our mind, is our brain compromising some of its abilities to try to keep up with the speed and the pace of technology? Did the farmer struggling behind his ploughshare, or the pitman down the mine hewing coal, or the weaver in the dark satanic mill, did they ever go back home and go up to ye olde bathroom and stand there and wonder, what the hell did I come up here for? Or is this just a 21st century malady? Is this just the price we have to pay to be able to keep up with the salesman trying to sell us a new laptop? I don't know. It's just a morning's wonderings, and on that, we shall see you on the flip. Peace and love.